now with an exclamation mark. I want to welcome you to coming to my meeting. I want to make sure y'all know what I'm doing here. I just want to know that when you know how 1099 and investors struggle with federal taxes, I help them with this. The Spendthrift Trust is legal, patented in the IRS Tax Code 643B like Bravo. It's going to save you 3 very important ways. I hope you have pen and paper and you're writing this down. You're going to save federal taxes year after year after year, generation after generation. You're going to keep your information private. Unfortunately, there's a rumor that your LLC, S Corp, or C Corp will keep your information private. No, it won't. I can do a Freedom of Information Act to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission and ask for the information. You're not private at all. Nobody will give your information away with the Spendthrift Trust. And number 3, probably the most important part, I can't stop you from being sued, but you will not pay any judgments if you are sued. True story. One of my clients had 100 doors up in Chicago, had 2 doors in each LLC. The renter's dog got out, bit the mailman. The mailman went to an attorney. The attorney wasn't too smart. He only found 2 of the LLCs, and the mailman got paid $400,000, $100,000 from each property. That won't happen when you have the Spendthrift Trust. Most people have never ever heard of this, but it's legal. It comes from England way back when King Henry VIII got in trouble for chopping off his wives' heads. He started the Church of England. Go figure. Hey, kill people and then start a new church. So he went to go tax the lords and ladies of England. They went further back into history to the Magna Carta and said, no, King Henry VIII, you can't do this. I'm not giving you dates because I am dyslexic and I transpose numbers. So please Google this. It's true. I came to the United States while we were still a colony. The law firm I work on behalf of has a trust that is turning 350 years old this year, 2023. That's how old this trust is. Most people do not realize the U.S. tax code only went into effect in 1913. The U.S. federal government was broke and they were planning to go into World War I. They were going to do a 6-year tax code, and the Barron families of that time, the Carnegies, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Kennedys, they all wanted to make sure they were going to save taxes. It is in the IRS tax code. Here's a weird fact for you. My undergraduate is English literature. I love to read. Take all of Shakespeare's work, Romeo and Juliet, As You Like It, Midsummer Night's Dream, King Henry VIII, put all Shakespeare's work together, and the U.S. tax code is 10 times the Shakespeare's work. And Shakespeare's a whole lot more interesting to read. So the U.S. tax code, I'm not making fun of accountants. I would never have that job. I am dyslexic and transpose numbers. 3s and 6s, 6s and 9s are ugly. 3s and 8s are horrible. And 1s and 4s, So most accountants and CPAs have never heard of this. If your accountant says I'm lying, I do have 2 pages of case law. This has been in front of the U.S. Supreme Court twice. I have 2 pages of case law and a recommendation. This is a textbook that trust attorneys study in law school. Only 4% of all attorneys out there are trust attorneys. The book is called Scott and Asher on Trusts, 5th edition. It is a textbook. Amazon has not had it for a few weeks, but that's something your CPA or financial advisor can look at if they need to. Again, this is legal, patented in the IRS tax code. Now, we're going to talk about 4 trusts very, very quickly. First trust, the business trust, is going to save 1099 income earners at least 70% year after year after year, generation after generation on their federal taxes. Now, I can legally say 70%. Many of my clients are saving 90 to 95% of their federal taxes every year. Who doesn't want to save federal taxes? Just to give you an example, one of my clients, he has 2 pizzerias here in the Charlotte area. We're going to save him over $21,000 every single year. So in 2024 on his taxes, he's going to take that $22,000 and open up a 3rd location. In 2025, he's going to open a 4th location. He's going to continue working up until 3033. Then he and his wife are going to retire from the pizza industry. They make fantastic white pizza. And he's going to give 2 pizzerias to one child and 2 pizzerias to another child. They will not pay any inheritance tax. and they too will save 1099 income. This is an amazing thing. Now, 97% of the trusts in the United States every single year are family trust. My mom and dad had this. This is what Susie Orman talks about on television. It's usually about $1,000. It's not bad. The only thing it's designed to do is to avoid going through probate when someone dies and then it dissolves. This trust is not your mom and dad's trust. This trust, the full name for it, so you have it, is irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor, spendthrift trust. Irrevocable goes from generation to generation. The Rockefellers Trust, it's called The Office. It's 7 generations old and has almost 400 people using the same EIN, Employee Identification Number, but they all have their own personal bank accounts. They don't commingle the money. Irrevocable, complex. This trust can hold money from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, decade to decade. Do whatever it wants. Irrevocable, complex, discretionary. Whoever is a trustee or trustees can make the rules for the beneficiaries. I just got a brand new grandniece. I don't have her social security number yet, but she was just born on Tuesday. Welcome to the world, Athena. She will be part of this trust. And hopefully I'll leave her money because I'm a real estate investor. So irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor. This makes the trust 100% private. Someone who is not a beneficiary is going to sign up for the trust and sign away from the trust. You will need their social security number. Now, if you can't find someone to do this for yourself, either myself or somebody else at the law firm will do this for you free of charge. It is not difficult. It's not a speed bump. It's something that has to be done. And then the fifth element, you have to have all 5 pillars. The fifth element is a spendthrift. Again, it's been in front of the Supreme Court both times. Both times the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the Spendthrift Trust. This is as legal can be. It's amazing. So the business trust is for 1099 income earners. If you're a 1099 income earner, when you set up a Zoom meeting with me, the 2 things I need from you is what your tax bracket is and how you file your taxes. There are 7 different layers of taxes, from 10% to 37%, 7 different layers of taxes, and 4 ways to file your taxes. Once we have that information, I can give you I will do the formula and say this is how much you can save. Now, the second trust we're going to talk about is the beneficial trust. I do have both trusts. Actually, I have 3 trusts. I'll get to the third one. The beneficial trust is for all investors. I don't care if you're a passive investor, a real estate investor, a crypto investor, a crypto miner, stock market investing in dividends, if a day trader, a futures trader, binary trader, forex trader, if you have royalties, maybe you're an author, a songwriter, an actor, an actress, or you have NFT world, NFT crypto, NFT real estate, or you have mineral rights. One of my clients inherited his granddad's horse farm in Oklahoma. He's got 6 oil wells on there. The following taxes are going to be saved year after year and generation after generation. You will no longer pay short-term or long-term capital gains. You will not pay interest income. You will not pay dividend income. You will not pay rental income, and you will not pay royalties. It's an amazing thing. Today, woohoo, I'm so excited. Today, I just wholesaled the house. I wanted an upset bid. I got the house. I'm going to move this over a little bit because I have to read the numbers because I'm dyslexic. I won the house for $272,000. I wholesaled it for $31,000. I'm rounding up. $311,000. I personally made $37,420 on this one wholesale deal. Yay, Sally. Even more important, because my tax rate is 24%. Go away, cat. My tax rate is 24%. I saved over $8,980.08. Let's make sure we put that 8 cents in there. That's short-term capital gains. Long-term capital gains are a year or more. And if you're selling a business in the United States, any business, it could be an Amazon store, a car wash, a restaurant. It could be you're selling 49% in a marketing company. You're going to take what you paid for the business and what you sell the business for, and you'll pay either 15% or 20% on the profits to the federal government April 15th next year, 2024. Interest income. Passive investors, creative financing, seller financing, doing the BRRRR strategy. I have notes, 12 notes. The people paying me their mortgage every month, that's interest income. Dividend income, if you're in the stock market. Options traders, listen up. You're going to pay either 40% for a year or less on your profits, or if it's a year or more, 60% on your things, on your options trading. My friend does my options trading for me and does a very good job of it, so I don't pay those taxes. If you're a forex investor, I know forex investors get taxed interest income and capital gains. That's why you need the Spendthrift Trust. Rental income. Yes, you can take depreciation with the trust. So you can take depreciation, but when you go to sell a rental property, that depreciation comes off. It's going to be what you bought the property for, what you sold the property for an investment property. If you've been in your home for more than 2 years, you don't have to worry about, usually don't have to worry about capital gains, but investment properties. And then finally for royalties, that's taxed a little bit less, 10% to 35%. But again, any royalties you make. Now that's the second trust. The first trust was the business trust for 1099 income earners. The beneficial trust is for all investors. I don't care what kind of investing you're doing. That's you're going to save those money. The third trust is a charitable trust. If you have a charity, you'll be able to do all your functions in this. I just got my charity trust. I am going to get $10,000 a month on Google Ads, $120,000 in Google Ads, tax free, never have to pay it back, to advertise my other website, www.learnwithsallymarie. I'm trying to help people get out of debt because I too was in a massive amount of debt and now I'm out of debt. So that's a charitable trust. Now, the final trust we're going to talk about is the senior trust. This is anybody who is on Medicare. You might be a little early on Medicare, or you might be just turning 65 or older. This makes the person who's 65, it makes them a blind trust so they don't have to worry about things. Here's what happens every year. This coming October 2023, IRS is going to go back to 2021 and check everybody who's on Medicare to see if they made more than $91,000. It could come from anywhere. It could come from from Social Security payments, pensions, 401k withdrawals, SEP withdrawals, capital gains, interest income, dividend income, rental income, or royalties. If you made more than $91,000, it's going to affect your Part B of your Social Security. Part B are your doctors and your tests, and it's called IRMA, income-related adjustable amount. What the IRS is going to look at for 2021 is anyone who is on Medicare, and they're going to check their 1040 tax returns. Ooh, 1040. All these trusts, the business trust, the beneficial trust, the charitable trust, and the senior trust, all file a 1041 tax return. You get better results with a 1041, and with the law firm I work on behalf of, we have an entire team to help you save taxes. I am not trying to crow. This is now 3 years since I've had this trust. Today, I saved over almost $9,000 in capital gains on the property I did today. My first property was a bank-owned reverse mortgage. I was living in Phoenix. It was in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and I bought it in July of 2020. I knew when I bought the bank-owned property, it was going to go to auction for $50,000. Paid $20,000 for it, going to auction for $50,000. Yay, Sally. I'm going to make that $30,000 spread in between. My personal tax rate, again, 10% to 37%. My personal tax rate was 24%, and I was filing single. I knew that $30,000 would cost me ow, cat, go away. They should be fed. I'm babysitting 3 cats and the $30,000, I would pay $7,800 in short-term capital gains on that. Remember the date. The date was July of 2020. I had to wait 13 months for the court systems to open again because of COVID, and it gave me time to find out about the Spendthrift Trust. I read a book called What the Rockefellers Do. The Rockefeller Spendthrift Trust is called The Office. It is 7 generations old, and it has almost 400 people in it. They also have 17 to 24 CPAs working for them every single year. I wish I were the Rockefellers. I now have a new grandniece. We don't even have an accountant. Though I have an accountant. But what's going to happen if they can save money? My background, competitive intelligence, I started researching it. I found this trust. It's legal. It's patented. It's the Benson Financial Trust. The patent is over 71 years old. The law firm I work on behalf of has inherited a trust that is turning, get ready for this, is turning 350 years old in 2023. This has been around for hundreds of years. So if you have any questions, my website is www.thetrustisyou.com. I will have a private Zoom with you. We will go over what your tax rate is and how you file your taxes. There's 4 ways to file your taxes: single, head of household, married filing jointly, or married filing separately. And I will I'll show you how I do my information on the Zoom so you can figure this out. My website is thetrustisyou.com. My podcast is Stop Paying Capital Gains Now with an exclamation mark. And this coming Tuesday, September 12th at 4 p.m., I'm doing a live Zoom presentation, a whole new Zoom presentation, because I'm now start talking on public stages. I'm going up to Crystal City, Virginia, later in September, and I'm going to talk to the Atlanta RIA group in November. So I'm going to start doing live presentations. So on this Tuesday is going to be my first time doing my live presentation. Please come. That's going to be thetrustisyou.com/save, SAVE. Thank you for watching this. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Football season's back and my New England Patriots are playing on public television. Yay! I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. Take care. If I can help you save money, please reach out to me. If I can save $177,000 a year, in 3 years, $177,000 in 3 years, think how much you can save. Take care. Have a beautiful weekend.